It's Tom Craggs here from Running With Us, and I'm going to give you my top tips to tackling your hiking challenge with the Alzheimer Society. First off, as hikers, we tend to not mix up our training intensities in quite the same way that you might do if you're a runner, cyclist or triathlete, but it can still be a really good way to boost your fitness, specifically for your hiking challenge. So do look to mix in some brisk walking with some easier walking. Do look to mix in perhaps some dedicated hill efforts where you get your body used to walking up and down a stretch of hill, perhaps of different types of gradients that really will strengthen those glutes, hamstrings, quads, calf muscles, and really help you to cope with the endurance needed for your hiking challenge. Have a look at the training plans we've written. It outlines those key ways that you can mix different intensities in. You don't have to follow them exactly. You can adapt them to your life or the conditions which you're going to face around where you live. But do think about mixing up the intensities in your training a little bit. Secondly, cross-training can be a really good way to build fitness. So cross-training will be anything other than going out for a hike or a walk. So that might be swimming, it might be jogging if that's what you enjoy doing, time on a bike, elliptical, or even perhaps strength and conditioning, Pilates or core classes in the gym. All of that stuff can really help both build a bigger heart and lungs, but crucially also build strength through your core and those key muscle groups. Because during the course of your challenge, the key thing that's going to be hard for you is the muscles tend to fatigue, and as strong as we can get you before your challenge day, the better. So have a little look at mixing in some strength and conditioning and some other forms of training which will just test your bodies in different ways and keep it a little bit more interesting. Top tip number 3 would be to embrace different weather conditions. We don't know what you're going to face on challenge weekend and the types of conditions you're going to face. So do get used to getting out there in inclement weather, whether it's windy, rainy, sunny, whatever it is. Get out there. Don't wait for just a sunny day to go and tackle your training, because then it can be a bit of a shock if we get out there and tackle your challenge in poor weather conditions. Just make sure you've got the right kit, guys. So breathable, lightweight fabrics that you can layer up, that are weatherproof, that really will help make this whole thing feel that much more comfortable. You can use poles if poles work for you and you feel like you need that bit of extra stability, but they're not essential. They can be expensive. You don't need expensive ones. If you are going to use them, though, we strongly recommend practicing them in those key longer walks in your training. Top tip number 4 is going to be to embrace a bit of company. So enjoy going out and hiking with other people. The lovely thing about walking is it's a very sociable activity. So do see if you can get family members, friends, or even a local long distance walking association group that you can join in with. They'll give you some top tips, but they'll also crucially just make all those miles feel that little bit easier and a bit more enjoyable. Our next top tip is going to be about nutrition and hydration. Keep your body well fueled on a day-to-day basis. Snacking on high quality carbohydrates and regular protein intake. Doesn't have to be from meat. Great if you do eat meat and fish, but if not, loads of ways that you can draw in protein from grains, from pulses, from tofu, nuts, seeds, dairy products if you have them. So make sure that every meal has a little bit of protein in, but the main source of fuel for your hiking is going to be high quality, complex, slow release carbohydrates. So brown rice, brown pastas, quinoa, sweet potatoes are all great options. So guys, good luck. Have a little look at our training plans. You will massively enjoy your hiking challenge if you get there in really good shape. We look forward to helping you along the way.